Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today we are doing my end of the month ranking video where I rank all of the makeup that I tried last month. I give you quick little updates on how I feel about them, and I put them in a ranking order from least favorite to most favorite. So I have to say August I think was a pretty good month of trying new makeup. There was a lot of really interesting new releases, and I realized I never did this for July. August was too crazy. I mean, if you guys go back on my timeline and you see how many videos posted in August, I just feel like there was so much content to share in August that I completely forgot to rank my July favorites. So I threw in some products from July that I know that maybe you guys are eyeing, and I put them in this video as well. So we have a lot of stuff to rank. We have the Huda palettes, we have the mini Xenon, we have the Utopian palette, Anastasia Bronzer, Charlotte Tilbury. Lots of goodies in this video. I'll give you guys some quick little details on each one, but if you are not subscribed already, please don't forget to hit subscribe. Join the family. I would love to see you again. I always say that in the beginning of the video because you know that they tell you that if you don't say it to people, then people forget to do it. I don't know. Is that true, or does it annoy you? I have no idea. But anyways, let me go ahead and let me get into this. Got a lot to go over today, and I'm really excited to be filming this video. Okay, so if you guys are looking at my very extravagant eyes, this is that new reverse cat eyeliner trend. Of course, I had to do my own take on it. I can't ever do things exactly how you're supposed to do them. So this is my own take on it. I'm gonna have it up on Instagram at Christina Brooke Beauty. If you're not following me over there, that's where you can find me. But I'm gonna be putting this up there because Halloween is coming, and I know this might not be like a look that you would want to wear like all the time, but definitely like for Halloween, this is a really fun look to do. Cleopatra, you can do it for a cat, you can do it for so many different things. So if you want to try it out for Halloween, and if you like it, wear it normally. But we've got some ranking, and guys, before I get into the ranking, I know I'm talking a lot today, put your post notifications on because tomorrow the Natasha Denona retro review will be up. I'm gonna answer all of your questions, and also I have a little chisme I'm gonna include in that video, a little gossip that is, I'm gonna tell you guys just a snippet early before my 1 year 1 brand update that will be at the end of this month. But yeah, I have to tell you guys something. So tomorrow's video, post notifications on, and yeah, subscribe if you're not. I have to say this is quite a lot of stuff, okay? So like I said, I tried to grab everything that I thought that maybe you guys would be the most interested in. So let's start off with my least favorite product that I tried this month, and I'm telling you guys, you're gonna be very shocked. This is hard because this month was a month of very good makeup. Like, I feel like the products that I picked up were all very good in their own way. So I would say the last product on this list is not because it's like a horrible product. This isn't like a ranking the worst makeup or anything like that. Is this one. So this is the Ysl New Skin Tint, okay? And I know a lot of you guys are wondering how is this in here because I really like this product. And the truth is, I really like this product. It is so beautiful. It does such an amazing job to the skin. And in my review, I was head over heels about this. I really honestly thought that this could replace my Bare Minerals. I was ecstatic, okay? Here's the problem. Here's the problem. My extremely sensitive skin cannot deal with the fragrance that is in here. When I first put this on, I just didn't notice the fragrance as much as I've been wearing it day to day. You know how when you use products for a longer period of time, you start noticing little things about them that you're like, oh, you know? The problem with this one is the fragrance. I don't know why luxury brands love to do this. They love to make their facial stuff smell like perfume. I had the problem with the Gucci foundation. Now this Ysl skin tint. They put a fragrance in here and it smells like perfume. So it's a pretty smell. I mean, if somebody's gonna come up to your face and give you a nice little whiff, you're gonna smell good. But the problem is, if you have very sensitive skin like mine, it just doesn't work. So I could wear this for 1 to 2 days back to back, but if I try wearing this for a third day, my skin starts to feel itchy, I start feeling a little dry, I can feel the uncomfortable Christina's been using makeup with fragrance feeling on my skin. I have very eczema prone skin. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm gonna put the spelling up here. I don't know why I always say that word wrong. Either I say it with an X or I say it with the Z. I have no idea, but I always say it wrong. But anyways, my skin does get those little tiny dry patches every once in a while, especially if I use a product that will have a lot of fragrance in it. Sometimes it happens with alcohol, but this one did not cause me to have like the little dry spots, but I felt that itchy skin feel that happens prior to starting to get like those little dry spots. So I'm thinking that if I were to use this back to back to back to back to back, I would probably start getting that. So that is why I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to give this to my mom, even though it is so beautiful. If you don't have sensitive, very sensitive skin, if you don't have any problem using anything that has fragrance in it, this is very pretty. I love the finish. I love how light it is on the skin. It doesn't look thick. It just looks really, really skin-like. I do have a review up on it, and I still do love it because not everybody's going to have my type of skin, so that is just very objective. That is very objective to whether you have my type of skin or not. This is very beautiful, but it just doesn't work for my sensitive skin. Okay, so now we're getting to some stuff that's hard. Like everything else I think is very hard because I really like it all. So I think what I'll do next is I'm gonna put the Anastasia blush. So now this blush is in a beautiful color, okay? It's absolutely stunning. I love Peachy Keen. That's the color that I got. I think it's like the perfect color. And I really love this formula. The formula is super nice. It applies really nice on the skin. It's very lightweight. The only problem that I have is like cream blushes. I love them and I love the way they look on the skin, but I tend to forget to use them. I have to like literally put this on top of my countertop to remember to use it, and that is just me again, you know? But like I'm saying, this is a beautiful, beautiful blush. I do not like this at all. This stamper is ridiculous. Like if you were to use this, you would have like stamps of blush on your face. I don't understand that stamper. If anybody has figured out how to use it properly, let your friends know down below. I would get rid of the dumb little brush and just give us some more blush. Give us some more product. We don't need this right here. This doesn't work well. So that's just my opinion with this, but I do think it's beautiful and I like the formula. I think they did a very good job and I'm very excited for Anastasia. I feel like they're starting to come back a little bit, which, it's so hard. I don't know. It's really hard right now because all this stuff is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put the Huda Beauty Python palette. No, I'm not. I'm gonna put this. Get it together, Christina. I'm gonna put this, the Work and Set from Natasha Denona. So this is the cream liners. This is the pot liners. I do like this product. This product is really nice. The only thing that I have noticed is that I do have to build it up. So it's not like an extremely pigmented product, but I've had no problem building it up. I actually use her brush that she sold on her website. Works awesome. And I just kind of just follow my lash line and create a line. I feel like it's easy to use. The only thing is sometimes I have to go over it twice. I actually used it in yesterday's look and I felt like it was really easy to use. But if you guys don't know, Natasha Denona did send me all of these. So I have a black one and the cream one now. I have not played with those yet, so that will be to be determined. But the brown one is really nice, but I believe the black one is going to be more pigmented and probably the cream one is going to be the least pigmented, which is worrisome because this one right here, I do have to already go over it twice. So I'm wondering if the cream one is even going to work good for me. So yeah, I do like the product. Go with this. So this is the Huda Beauty Python palette. This is also a really, really pretty palette that released from Huda Beauty. I love the formula of this guy. I think it's a really, really nice, fun palette. Not colors I typically gravitate to all the time, so that's why it's probably the lowest in all of the eyeshadow palettes I'm going to show you, because I don't grab this color story that often. But I do really, really like this formula. I think it's really, really nice, and I'm super excited to have these colors in my collection. I do feel like if you were somebody who wanted the Angelica Nyqvist and Kaleidos collaboration, this is the next best thing. It's almost the same color story. You're not getting every single one of the colors, but it's so similar. You could create such similar looks. So this is a beautiful palette and I really enjoy it, and I think the formula is great. So now I'm gonna put the Natasha Denona Xenon. So this is the mini Xenon that released right, like, I think it was in the beginning of the month. I feel like there's just been so many releases lately, I can't keep track. But the mini Xenon is actually really nice. I used it on today's eye look. So today's eye look is mini Xenon. That's how I was able to create this amazing cat eye look. Now, I will say that the black in here is a little bit more faint than most people were expecting. I personally like it. For example, I used it on my lower lash line, and because it's not so pigmented, it gave me some wiggle room. I was able to build it up, draw my line out, and just kind of perfect things without my eye look getting destroyed. If I would have used something super pigmented, this look could have been shambles just upon applying the black. So I think it's just like one of those palettes that if you're a novice, you're probably gonna be able to use this and create a real nice smoky eye without destroying your eye look. And for somebody like me, you know, I still can destroy my eye look very, very easily. So I enjoy it. I think that this was a very pretty palette. I don't use it very often because of the color story. Very gray, very dramatic. I'm not doing anything very dramatic lately, so it's very hard for me to grab these colors. You can create more subtle looks with it. And you know, when I see this, I think of fun looks. So that's why I wanted to create today's look. And this actually will be really, really fun for any Halloween looks. Like I know like this isn't a Halloween palette, but just looking at this, I'm thinking you could do like a vampire look, Cleopatra look, you could do a cat. Like there's just a lot of things that you can use this for. So if you did pick this up and you haven't had any like events to wear it to, or you're just unsure of the color story, have some fun in Halloween and create some amazing looks with this, because I really think that this is like also New Year's, this is gonna be beautiful. I mean, you just put that silver all over the lids and smoke out that outer edge like crazy. You can create the most beautiful smoky eye for New Year's. Like this is just like an add-on essential palette for me. I think it's really fun. So I like that one. I've really been enjoying it. Okay, this is hard. Okay. Now we're getting hard. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Anastasia Bronzer here. I like this bronzer, okay? I like this bronzer, especially in the summer. Right now, I'm starting to lose my tan. I think it's because I haven't been going to the pool that often. I actually have not been outside as much because lately it's been raining so much here in South Florida. It's still extremely hot. Like, we still have summer. So, I mean, I think in most places, we're still holding on to our last bit of summer. Summer is still here. We're not letting it go yet. So, I really, really like the bronzer. I think it looks really cool. If you have a warmer undertone skin tone, this is very warm. So, on me, I don't have to put that much of this, and I have to blend it into the cheekbones right above the forehead. And it does give me like that real J-Lo bronzed look, and I love it. Like, I literally live for it, especially in the summertime. This is like the type of bronzer that you put on to go to the beach. Like, okay, yes, you sometimes put on makeup to go to the beach. Like if you want to look the part, you want to look tan and stuff and not look like you have makeup on, this bronzer basically does that for you. It's a really pretty bronzer. I have to admit, I like this stuff. And I probably would have even had it higher on the list if there wasn't a palette that released that I tried that I'm like obsessed with and I never even thought so. Wait until you guys see that. Like, I think you guys are gonna be shocked how obsessed I am with one of these palettes. Like, I am, ooh, so obsessed. Oh my god. Next, let's talk about this guy right here. So from Natasha Denona, this is the Liquid Macro Blade Liquid Liner. I love this. She was able to grab the novice makeup enthusiast as well as the makeup artist and create a product that I feel like is easy to use for both. I think that if you are not the best at liquid liner and you picked up Natasha Denona's Macro Blade, you would say, I didn't have that hard of a time. Obviously, it takes a little practice, but I do believe that this is very easy to use. I hardly ever mess up when I use this product. I've used other liquid liners that they just give too much and it just doesn't look as good. I feel like this one was super easy. Using it on yourself. Like, I don't know about using it on a client or anything like that, if it would still like feel the same. But if I use it on myself, I really feel like it glides on me. Like, I don't know. I love this. So I do have hooded lids. Obviously, Obviously, when I put on makeup, I try to, you know, make it look a little less, but I do have hooded lids. So when I put this on, I have to wait before opening my eyes because this does transfer. If you have small eye space like mine and when you open your eye you can touch like the top, this can transfer because it takes a while to dry. So I would just say that if you have that issue, just make sure you just look down for a little bit, go like this, let it dry, and then look up. It's worth it. It's worth it for me to wait because I feel like I am able to accomplish a really beautiful line better than a lot of other products. So yes, I really like this. I have been very excited with it and I've used it quite a lot lately and I like it.
Hi.
Hi. You want lipstick? Here. Merry Christmas. Don't break it though, okay? Okay, so this is getting hard. We're gonna put the Huda Beauty Wild palette. I think that this is such a cool palette. It's another one that's a little bit deeper, but there is some purpley hues in here. So I really like the color story. Like I said, it's hard to find a color story like this in my collection, at least all of these colors in one. I found it to be a very beautiful palette and I really, really like it. And I like the color story. I like the formula. I think that this was really, really successful, so I like this guy. Okay, so oof, we're coming down to the wire of products here. This is where it starts to get very hard because I'm looking at the items that I have left and I really like them all. You did it great. You didn't even get out of the lines.
I did.
You did? That's okay.
Now we will look friendly.
Yeah?
You look pretty and I look like a clown.
Because you made it too big. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is this is very difficult. These are all great products. It's very hard for me to pick, but I think I'm going to put the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick that I kind of love because this is hard. So this is Catwalking. This is beautiful. It's very similar to Nude Romance. This one is a little different from Nude Romance, but it's so pretty, super easy to use. It's something that I love to use. So Nude Romance is beautiful. This color is beautiful. I feel like these Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks with such beautiful tones, they're just so easy to use. Like I feel like I go through Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks and I can't say that for every single brand. So yeah, love this color. I think it's absolutely beautiful. The formula is just, if you have not tried a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, I recommend in the next Sephora sale to pick one up. You can get a nice little discount on it and just try it. Pick one that is a tone that you would wear a lot and just try it because I think you'll really, really love it. Or maybe you shouldn't try it because maybe you're only gonna wanna buy her lipstick. So, but I do recommend it. It's absolutely stunning. Now we're gonna get hard. Okay, so now it gets very difficult. Now, what do I do? This is so hard. These ranking videos are very difficult. I really love everything I'm showing you guys, but I'm gonna put this one here. So this is the Utopian from Pat McGrath. I love this palette. It is so absolutely stunning. Just kind of like the mini Xenon. It's like one of those palettes that like when it has all these glitters and stuff, even though they're so gorgeous, I tend to use them for special occasions, which have not happened recently. So when I grab this palette, I'm kind of sticking into this quad right here, and I've been using this quad quite a lot, even though that quad kind of looks like the Venus and Floors palette that I already have, but that is kind of what I've been using. I have been playing a little bit with the gold in this one, so I'm playing with a few of the different colors, but like I haven't used this to the extent that I should use this palette because of the fact that I'm not really doing much, but I really, really love this color story. It's absolutely stunning. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the color story and stuff in my new video that's coming very soon, my Make Up Your Mind, the final results, where I'm gonna tell you guys how I did compared to the actual palettes. That's coming really soon. And we're gonna talk a lot in depth on color story and stuff about the palettes. I do really, really love the palette. It's very, very, very beautiful. So now I'm gonna give it to this right here. This has been my favorite lipstick shade. Okay, so I wore this in my, what video? Actually, the video that I'm talking about, the Make Up Your Mind final thoughts video, this is the color I'm wearing in it. You haven't seen that video yet, but it's coming. This is the best fall shade. If you're looking for a fall lipstick going into like Thanksgiving and October, oh my god, like why do I love the fall so much even though it doesn't even get cold? Maybe that's why, because it doesn't get cold in South Florida. I love the fall. Huh. Okay, it gets cooler though. But anyways, this is the color. It looks just like this. My beautiful swatch, if you guys can see. It's this one right here. It is the perfect burnt orange with a little bit of red, and it's not like an obnoxious burnt orange. It's like perfection. It's like exactly the color that I would want on my lips for fall, and I could wear this during the day and not feel like I have too bright of an orange on the lips. It is perfect. Love, love, love this color. I'm gonna give this to this right here. This is the Macro, what is this called? The Macro Tech from Natasha Denona. Her liners have been the best thing that she has released this entire summer. The Xenon was good, everything else has been good, but these eyeliners are something to be noticed. I have never used such a black, stark, black liner in my life. Like, this thing glides on the water. If you put it on the actual skin, it just like literally glides. It is absolutely stunning. I love this. Now, like I said before, Natasha actually did send me every single one of these colors too. This one I bought, but I did get the other ones. So I have the burgundy one and the brown one. They're awesome as well. This is a star product. I love this thing so much. So yeah, if you guys are looking for an eyeliner, just try this. I think that you won't go back. Like, it's just, like, I have it on my lower lash line today, and I even smudged it on the lower lash line, and I'm just, like, obsessed. It's the best. Okay, so we have two products left. Two. Oh, gosh. Two, and they're both ones that I really love. And this one, I think, is the underdog. And this is such an amazing palette. This is the NARS Climax palette. Guys, this is so gorgeous. Okay, now I don't know if it's because it has green in it and I'm really like dying to see more green in my life, and I just love the like mossy kind of toned down greens. Like, these are my colors. I love the coolness of it, but it's not like extremely cool. Well, it is very cool, but it's just not, it's not like grayish cool, you know. It's just, it's perfect. I have used this so much. I love that burgundy red to smoke out the outer edge. This is like fall amazingness, okay? I love this palette. I hate that it's in a red container. I don't know why. It just like drives me mad because I feel like it just doesn't give the inside justice. It doesn't match, you know, but I love, love, love this. I also love the mirror. I love this entire compact, except for the color. But I really love this. Okay, we have the #1 product, and I'm going to tell you guys that this is going to shock a few of you, okay? This has shocked me. Okay, the Charlotte Tilbury face palette. Okay, this is shocking for me. I bought her Glow Gasm, and I didn't love the Glow Gasm. Like, it was good, but it just didn't give me enough warmth. There was something about the Glow Gasm that I just never picked it up. I feel like everything was so tightly pressed into the palette. This is like the complete opposite of Glow Gasm. This is beautiful. So this is the Nude Gasm palette that just released from Charlotte. I love this, okay? This is different because it's not like a bronzer, but I do not use bronzer when I use this. So you guys see the sculpting that I have on my face? It's all done with this product. I've been using this almost every single day, and I don't feel like I need bronzer. It gives you warmth to the skin, but it also sculpts the skin, and it's all you need. You don't need to grab a bronzer. It's just kind of insanity. I use this to contour the nose. I never used to contour my nose. Like, I just never used to do it because I just didn't have a color that I love to do it with, and I would have to grab another palette. But since I've been using this, I just grab into this and just do a little tiny nose contour with it. This blush is beautiful. I have it on my cheeks today, and it's just insanity. It's like a beautiful peachy tone. The only thing I think is if you have a deeper skin tone than mine, so once you're into the tan skin tones, I don't know if you're gonna see. Now the highlight is also stunning. I actually ended up using some Super Glow from Natasha for this look because I wanted something like super, super glam, you know, because obviously the look is a little glam. But for like every day, this highlight is beautiful. It's subtle. It gives you a nice sheen to the skin. This palette doesn't look like you have makeup on. Yes, it does a little nice shading contour to it, but it's not powdery. It just looks, you could use this with a tinted moisturizer, with a foundation. You could amp it up to do like a sharp contour, or you could lightly apply it to the skin to make it just look like a shadow, a nice bronzed shadow. It's not gonna make you turn orange. It's just, I didn't know I would love this. I really thought at first that I might have been making a mistake when I found out that this was more of a contour palette than a bronzing palette. but I will say that this product really, really made me excited of how much I've used it. Like, I feel like I will finally use a face palette from Charlotte Tilbury and maybe even hit pan on it like that. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the ranking video. That is everything that I tried this month and some of the products from July as well that I thought you guys would be interested in. Talk with your friends in the comments section. You guys know a lot about these products as well. Give your opinions. If you guys tried any of these things, leave your comments down below. Let your friends read what you have to say so that they can comment with you too. Just start your own discussion down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.